I was for those that are very active and on the Russ Talk Media live page and the group page, I was going to start rebelling and stop watching WWE Raw. But one Raw it was one Raw that proved that I was going to continue when the Roman and Rusev thing happened. Like I said, it was going to happen. I had been called the whole scenario how I was going to break down, and it actually finally did. And then y'all know the story. I end up attending Raw, and I heard the leak chance. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna continue watching Raw and see how this plays out because it was I had a good time. You know, even though it was kind of fucked up that the building was kind of empty at the top, and it was like damn, like because I remember going to the pyramid and in fact on plenty of occasions and seeing the whole venue packed like to capacity, but seeing WWE not selling out the Facts Forum anymore, it made me feel a little sad. I was a little pissed off. I'm like, damn man, like this is WWE. This is a fucking machine. Everybody should be here. Like everybody in the city should. You should have folks from Mississippi to Arkansas like rushing to get in this bitch. Like, hey, we coming. But it was disappointing. It was very disappointing. But
this Raw took place in the Staples Center, so
LA,
they sold out or whatever. What was
Los
the first
Angeles,
match?
California.
I mean, anything in California is going to be a big event, especially like WWE coming there. Um, the
Hey, other big. Hey, I'm coming. I'm going to LA pretty soon. So it's LA saying, there you go. Your boy's coming. But yeah, as you were saying,
what was the first match? I missed the first 15 to 20 minutes. I went back and
I
watched the T.J. Perkins versus Brian Kendrick. Was that the first match?
I missed 17 minutes, and I believe the scene that we missed was the Rusev and Roman Reigns because I ended up seeing when it's the little package video package that they showed earlier in the day earlier uh, little scene they always do, and I saw Roman Reigns. I was kind of wondering what's Roman Reigns, but apparently they can't. They must have came out like at the beginning of the show, so there's a fight scene between Roman Reigns and Rusev, and I believe that happened at the beginning of the show. So I believe that's what happened.
So
If I'm not mistaken, because I missed like 17 to almost 20 minutes of Raw at the beginning. So I
so
believe, if I'm
it's
not
going to
mistaken.
be Rusev versus Roman Reigns, Hell in the Cell. Um,
Mm-hmm.
okay, has the feud, in your opinion, gotten to this point where they need to have the Hell in the Cell? And do they need? Does this need a main event Hell in the Cell, or do you think the WWE is going to just put the Hell in a Cell match in the middle of the show and have the Universal title as the main event?
I answer these questions very carefully. Knowing WWE, the WWE we know now,
Uh-huh.
and how the decision making is, because there's two versions of the WWE you have to really take into consideration when you think about the company now. There's the WWE that's amazing, that's big, that there's no boundaries for. And you like, man, oh shit, this could happen, or that could happen, or anything could happen. And there's a WWE that pretty much does
Hmm.
everything like they're handicapped. Like you're like, why y'all doing this stupid shit? Why don't you just why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Like what the fuck? Like you can do this. You can get this going, or you can have this creative storyline. You can have this. You can have this person. You can have this person interfere. You can have this. Like you can have so many great. You should have so many great options, but it's like they're limited. And I gotta go with the WWE that usually makes a fucked up decision, and that's just honest. From and I don't want nobody I don't give two fucks what the person thinks, but to an extent. But I want people to think this is just T-Sean being biased towards the view. But if you have been watching and a viewer, a regular connoisseur of the product, you know how they get down. They usually don't make a good fucking decision. 80, I hate to say it, I'm gonna be lenient. 78% of the time, they don't make a good decision on the show. I know that's a bit of a cover up, but 78% of the time, they don't make a good decision for the show, the product at all. Because many are out there complaining about WWE Raw, but we are kind of naturally prone to program to Raw. But going into the segue, what I'm getting to, do they really need this depth of a Hell in a Cell for this feud? I say yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Do by way of this is the little kid inside of me. This is the teenager. This is the adult that loved the Attitude Era coming out of me saying this. Follow me carefully.
Mm-hmm.
I would just hope that the Hell in a Cell match brings some classic moments and maybe some miraculous interference that will further in depth the richness of this feud, or bring something else into matter. I don't really, considering we have a gimmick match. I want to see shenanigans. I want to see usage of the Hell in a Cell. I want to see the break. I want to see spots. I want to see somebody come out of nowhere, or besides Lana, I want to see something happen. Hell, the ring break. There's some shenanigans must happen, to make things interesting in this situation of a match that we have. To give it, because for one, if we have a situation where Roman just beats Rusev flat out in the Hell in a Cell, that's it. Nah, it does not. For one, it does not help Roman at all. If Rusev just beats Roman plain and flat out by Lana scraping him in the eye or something like that, or some shit like that, give him something to hit him with in the Hell in a Cell, it falls flat. But WWE's doing the right thing by putting Roman Reigns in the U.S. title division. Putting that as his course of destination. He should have that title for at least going on more than a year. Like there's so much they can do with Roman with this belt. If you notice, the crowd is coming around. I noticed the Memphis crowd when they was down here was coming around the Roman. But that's the course they should have took him on a long time ago. They should have been took him on that course. He should have been the one that answered John Cena's challenge, and beat John Cena. Like that would have actually pushed the momentum towards Roman. But WWE has been they're hard headed as fuck. Like how they do things. And I'm not gonna go there right now, but this is they're doing a good thing as far as building Roman Reigns up. So they should keep building depth to his character. For one, because there's a lack of flavor to his character. It's always when you had a character, there was always layers to him. If The Rock, Stone Cold, there's always layers to these characters to where they can easily adapt because they can always peel layers away from their character. Shawn Michaels, all of them have layers to their character. So Roman he's one notch from just being a fucking boring jock. What you have when you take away the shield, the shield, the bulletproof vest.
Why is he still even wearing that shit? Like, I understand they want to do
now, you have to be an idiot if you don't know why he's still wearing it.
I mean, he's doing it for marketing purposes, but they could put it somewhere else.
And them vests are selling. Them vests like $70 to fucking $50 at the fucking stands and shit. So I knew that when he first kept it on. I said, oh, the vest gonna be for sale. Of course, the vest is for sale, like a motherfucker. So yeah, hey, I mean that's why the money in the bank still goes on, because they see them briefcases are selling, and you don't want other people making them, because I started seeing people make the briefcases and shit like that. But and it's very crafty too. But there's really not very much. They haven't put very much depth into Roman Reigns' character, and it's time to start branching out and doing things with his character, because he's an eye catcher for one. You immediately see this motherfucker when he walks in the room. Women dream about this guy. Guys rebel him I say couch potato guys rebel from Roman Reigns, because Nowadays, it's got like this, and a lot of these smirks that are probably watching and listening, they're gonna know what I'm saying is true. They hate Roman Reigns because the fact that they know that they can't beat him. As far as it's too much work to get your body to look like that. It's too much work to grow your hair out or do it because guys try to emulate. Back in the days, guys tried to emulate Stone Cold. They would work out to try to get like probably drink a couple of beers, just to be a little brute like, or with The Rock. I remember trying to be as suave as I can in school, with the ladies. I was that guy, I was putting that eyebrow, what's up, baby? I was putting on game. But if you're somebody that has a very low tolerance of yourself or low self esteem per se, you're like, well, fuck, I rather be this guy. It's not that much work to be this guy. Prime example. If you don't believe me, I study human psychology. If you don't believe me, look at Kevin Owens. Guys mark out like bitches for Kevin Owens.
But to be fair, Kevin Owens, he's very entertaining. I don't know if that's a good analogy because
But before that, before he even got besides the talking part of the mic skills, Kevin Owens was he was okay. I mean, we always get a good casual fat guy talking shit. That's usually fat guys are always good at talking shit. Yeah, I sit with my homeboys and go around checking and talk and shooting shit. Fat guys are always good at talking shit. So he's a guy that can run his fucking mouth. Prime example, Daniel Bryan. Motherfuckers just love Daniel Bryan because shit. If you stand beside him, you're damn near taller than him. So I'm taller than this motherfucker. So I don't feel too bad about myself. It's not much to live up to. You know that if you stand beside Daniel Bryan, your girl, odds are your girl will go home with you. She's like, well, I'm still going home with you tonight. You stand beside Kevin Owens, your girl will be like, I'll still fuck you tonight instead. Okay. You stand a chance. But if I'm standing next to Roman Reigns, I gotta watch my bitch. Hold up, girl. Hold up. Fuck you looking at. Shit. I will shoot that motherfucker. I will shoot that Samoan motherfucker. All right, yeah. That shaved his head bald. You know, that you have a less of a threat with certain people. And that is what's playing on a lot of these guys now. And I hate to have broken that with some of these guys' spirit right now. Fuck him. Fuck these Sean saying that shit. I hate that being so internal with it, but that's how a lot of guys feel about these wrestlers. John Cena is kind of the same way, but John Cena, that's a legit war with John Cena.
yeah,
He's legitimately still. I mean, his character has pushed the envelope. Like, you got those, like I said, Roman just needs some more depth. But John Cena has had depth, but he's gotten bland instead. He's went from being interesting to deliberately being irritating. It's like he did it on purpose. He turned into a fake Lieutenant Dan all of a sudden. Like, what the fuck? It was like, when did you go to the army? I've never heard of John Cena listening to the army or doing anything in combat. He did an overseas show, and all of a sudden he came over putting his hand up over his eyebrow and saluting the flag, and he was,
I love America.
I fight America. And soldier, get up. What the fuck did happen? Where's your spin around, motherfucker? Like he deliberately rebelled against the shit that got him hot and was like, I'm here for people and I'm gonna do it. Like, whoa, okay. And he kept doing it. They kept doing these Buzz Lightyear monologues and it just kept going on and on. So John Cena's hate for him is legit because he says he's for the company, but then again he does shit that holds the company back. Like, you're not helping getting any talent on it. If you're here for the company 360 some odd days of the year, like the 300 some odd days of the year, and you're not giving the fans what they want, then you're not here for the fans. So you're contradicting yourself, man. I'm here for the fans, and I ain't going nowhere. I do what I do for the fans because they love me. But they booing you right now. So you gonna do what you do for the fans? Yeah. No, you don't. You're not gonna do it. Okay, well, stop lying. I wake up every morning and I go to the hospitals. I mean, would that be paid for? So, like, they allow you to they're pushing, they're pumping these interviews up for you. It ain't like you going out your way to do them your damn self. So it's more to it's a truth factor, and people kayfabe is not that powerful nowadays. So people know that they know bullshit when they see it.
Mm-hmm.
So with this Roman Reigns thing, they have something that they can build with it. They can actually, believe it or not, they can actually save Roman Reigns' character with this Russo. I believe, with this Russo set or Russo feud, and something has to go on with some depth into it. Hell, everybody's been fantasizing about it, saying it somehow. I don't know why, but they be throwing up this Braun Strowman shit. Like Braun Strowman's gonna end this. Okay, well, I can kind of see it. Braun Strowman coming and snatching the door like he's fucking came from 1990, and and coming in and slamming Roman Reigns. I can kind of see that. You know what I'm saying? Then Rusev, beating Roman Reigns for the title, and then it's Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman, and he has to get through Braun and then goes to Rusev. Okay, I get that. That could possibly help. That can help with Roman's depth to his character, but there's some things also that has to go on with him. If we're gonna get this Hell in a Cell match, you you gotta. There's some things you gotta let Roman let go. He gotta stop doing the ooh. He gotta stop doing the oh. Yeah, he gotta stop doing that because that right there. And keynote, that gesture is really what makes people boo Roman Reigns. I know you're like, what the fuck you mean? No, it makes people boo Roman Reigns because it sounds like boo, and you got people that are just like jump on fans or just bandwagons who, if they think you're saying something, they imitate it. And when Roman Reigns is going ooh, and the crowd is saying ooh, others think you're saying boo. So instantly people boo, is it ooh or boo? I think it's boo or boo. I've seen this. I've been in the crowd and seen this happen. I'm like, no, they're not booing. They're ooh. Like, my partner was like, oh, okay, I thought they were booing it, but that really hurt Roman Reigns. If you go back in history and watch the whole situation, like with the Shield, when he doing the ooh, and people thought they were booing him, but they wasn't booing him. They were just doing the mocking the sound. So I would stop him from doing it. If anything, have him say oh, or woo, or something different than saying ooh, because it sounds like boo. Stop it, WWE. Don't do that. That's how you get him to be booed. But they have to do something with the Hell in a Cell match to get him to make a breakout. This is a great opportunity for him to make a breakthrough. Besides, without turning heel, because people think that the turn heel is always the only option. He can be boring in a heel. I mean, Seth Rollins he had a terrible heel run as a champion. It was a terrible cowardly because EC3 showed him up that year from TNA. Like his heel run, both of them were heels at the same time, and EC3's heel run was fucking awesome. And they pretty much had the same angle. They were both spoiled. They was highly privileged with the authority type figures and shit like this. And many prefer EC3's heel character than Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was just it was naggy, and it was like the motherfucker
a coward until he had to go to pay-per-views.
Yeah, he's just a cat. Like continuous coward, and he was a coward for no reason. He's like he'd fight somebody like fucking Spike Dudley. He'd do coward shit. Like what the fuck, Spike Dudley, whoop his ass. Not saying that he fought Spike Dudley. I'm using it for instance, but he would still do cowardly shit, fighting weak motherfuckers. I'm like, what is you doing? Like you're like 200 pounds plus on this motherfucker. You don't gotta do this shit, But they could fuck up with Roman Reigns being healed as well. So what we have to do is do something with this Hell in a Cell match. So I say yes, this is needed, but knowing how WWE is in reality, I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Well, let's move on to the cruiserweight match. T.J. Perkins versus the Brian Kendrick. Brian Kendrick ends up winning the match after T.J. Perkins tries to go for the Kick to Kill Part 2. He tries to go for that. Brian Kendrick rakes the eyes and locks in his submission. The captain's hook and TJ Perkins taps out in a non-title match. I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna give WWE props for this. They kind of reinvented TJ Perkins Manic from TNA. He doesn't do the same moves he does from TNA, and they've not saying the Manic character was something to really get away from because he was under a mask and a lot of casual fan probably didn't know he was TJ Perkins, but they could have just had him do all the same moves he did as Manic, but I think they built him more as a
I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
Go.
What are those?
Oh man, that shit was so fucking funny. What was it? Last year's Bound for Glory.
Yeah, him and DJ Z.
Yo,
what are those?
They could have started a gimmick with that shit, like when he started pointing out motherfucking ugly ass wrestling shoes. That shit went. But anyway, what were your thoughts on this cruiserweight match?
One thing I liked about it, I like that he does stick with. I mean, I have not. I'm guilty of that. I was not a regular viewer of the CWC, the Cruiserweight Classic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wasn't because I'd rather look at highlights and clips when it's all over with. Being for the next one, I'll be interested in the next. I like to watch it. No, like it's like stuff like that. This is how I am. It's like a series. I usually get my series in whole instead of waiting to the next episode. I just sit there and I watch it back to back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I usually do it. So now you probably can hear me posting me watching CWC the whole season or whatever season like that. But I didn't get to see a lot of his matches in CWC or the tournament or like that. So now going forward, and seeing like I look at a lot of the signature move references, like the suicide Spider-Man on the rope side gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, gesture. He does that now. I said he continues to do that, like he just did against Brian Kendrick, and he ran to ropes and then he comes on the ropes like he's like Spider-Man right there, which is pretty cool. I like what WWE's done. Well, I like what WWE's done with him so far. I don't want to toot the horn because I don't want to get too excited, but I'm impressed. It looks like there's a real hope, but I hope that as a person, I hope TJ doesn't get too comfortable because I hope he continues to. Because I look at the gestures that he do and from the dabbing and all that, he's trying to stay relevant and stay, connected. Keep doing it. But he's always had that hunger though. If you really watch him, he's always like with the look like with the he was just making reference to us as one of those. He's always trying to reach out to connect with the fans.
To the youth, not just the fans. Yeah, the youth of the fans.
I noticed that he does that. He I want him to, and I hope that he does it even more. I hope he continues to try to do that and rebels against WWE to do that friendly like. But without step on that many times. Well, no, step on toes because TJ, from looking at it, he has an awesome fucking entrance. So yeah, he has a creative entrance, and WWE can't shit on him, but he has to continue to push the envelope. And his of course, wrestling. I was a fan of his wrestling skills. I hope he just continues to allow himself to have classic matches and highlights. That's one thing about the cruiserweight division. It's all about the highlights that you're really pushing for. And
one thing I will say about the cruiserweight division is it just gonna be guys from the indies that are kind of signed to WWE, or is it going to be already established WWE guys like Finn Balor? I know somebody just got mad when I said Finn Balor could win the Cruiserweight title, but it's true. He's like 190 pounds. But Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, other Cruiserweights, are they allowed to compete for the Cruiserweight belt, or is it just the outer indie guys? Like that's why I need to know.
I'm pretty sure, like it'll be kind of hard denying Kalisto when he gets ready, or of course Adrian Neville, because I heard them reference to Adrian Neville, I believe it was last week or I think,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of hard for them to deny these guys, of that division. That'll be very hard to like, well, we're gonna overlook these guys with these lingering guys. Like I find that very hard for them to do. So I'm pretty sure now, and I kind of we said it off the air. Now the Finn thing would actually it could be interesting if Finn was to come back, and considering, say for instance, Brian Kendrick was to somebody like Brian Kendrick was to be the champion, and Brian Kendrick his arrogant ways and talking shit, and then coming around, and then and like, hey, why is everybody talking about this guy? I'm wondering, why is everybody talking about the Finn Balor guy? His return and great return. And what you talking about the cruiserweight champion? And he's wanting the attention. Then starting the feud with Finn. Finn comes back, and now it's like they're confronting him. Why you trying to go for your universal title? It's the cruiserweight champion, who's the man, whatever like that. And then Finn ended up beating the cruiserweight champion, gaining the championship, and also he gets his actual his rematch for his universal championship title. He never lost, so he can has been an interim champion. He can go ahead and have that unification title match against his not unification, the cruiserweight title. I'm talking about him being basically the interim champion, such as whoever may be the universal champion. Like that could actually it could be cruiserweight champion versus universal champion. Like they could actually I could see where you're going with it. It could actually happen. It can very well consider well that's if Finn Balor, because now Finn might be packing on some pounds. He may be beefing up like most do. Look at Roman Reigns did. When he left, because he lost a lot of weight, he left and came back like bulky. So most times, a lot of times in those transitions, those guys actually, like Seth Rollins did it too. Yeah. They actually leave and they're putting on pounds. And because you really don't have the time to do it on the road because you're constantly moving and you don't get to eat properly because like the Ryback was talking about it before. That's why a lot of big men that be like usually they're buff and they're big and you see them they come in all buff and built, but then again you see them like 2 years into the company and also they're like skinny and slim. Batista, prime example. What's his name? Chris Masters, the match woman on the masterpiece. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden he's not so big as he was. He's like, muscles and shit that motherfuckers was having. Like, it's because they don't get to have that gym treatment like that now. Because lots of them they got to go to different gyms. Some gyms they don't like. It doesn't provide type of the atmosphere that they're used to. They're used to having proper set gyms that they can utilize and focus on it in this situation. But
you want to talk about Seth Rollins' promo or whatever you're talking about with Michael Cole, talking about how he feels bad that Triple H betrayed him and he feels like Kevin Owens is stealing his sunshine. And you want to talk about that or just?
But closing comment to finish off with TJ Purpose, I just hope that he continues to push the envelope. I see the minute things that he's doing, but keep pushing the envelope. And knowing WWE, they will drop the ball, but hopefully in a greater world with just having high hopes, hopefully TJ Perkins gets the shine that he's looking for. And I think that when we best is for TJ Perkins to be in a faction because I noticed with the Revolution, going back to TNA, he see something was coming out. I don't know what to make of it, but I could see something. Like I would like for him to be a part of a faction. Hell, if fucking if fucking I hate this. I don't want to say like a DX type of faction, but we need a new wild faction. Mm-hmm. But not no 3MBs type shit, not none of that shit. But something, something that
you can take serious.
Wishful thinking, but TJ Perkins needs that. He needs something that he can bounce off of something that's innovative, just as him, the same as him. You know, not no corny fashion such as like New Day. Though New Day is that shit can get played out eventually because it's kind of it can get kind of gayish at moments. But hey, most of the majority of the world is turning gay, so hey, I should I stand corrected. But it's he needs hopefully he continues to shine. But I hope for the best. But you said Seth Rollins.
Yeah, his promo. I kind of feel like
It's contradicted. It's very. I started tuning out, but I went ahead and rewatched it. Like what the fuck? It sounds like a man ass a stepson stepchild bad and like it's not getting mama getting attention no more. It sounds they kept pushing that relationship. So you're not in that relationship no more. Relation. How do you feel about it's like talking about the new bitch. How you feel about look at the new bitch now? Like what the fuck? Like I totally wish that he would have stayed away from that interview because that was Seth's show. He did not need that, you know, because they're kind of pushing like, how you feel like he got his new dude man. Like, how you feel? How you feel? Like, what the fuck? Like, this is not. It's not Teen Magazine. What the fuck? You know? No, the guy got a bone to pick. Fight him. You know, just let him talk shit about Kevin. Kevin, and Triple H wanted to, he can get his ass kicked too. Just keep it simple, and I'm gonna kick somebody's ass and kick my ass. Don't go on to how was the relationship? How do you feel about Triple H? You still love him. You're still like, no, get out of there. Stop it. You know, like WWE those interview questions were just fucking. I didn't like it. That was just stupid. You just kept it shit talking like I'm coming after him, kicking his ass. That's it. The Triple H. If you wanted to, I'm got in the camera, you get into him and kick your old ass. You know, just keep it like that. Just point blank.
Braun Strowman fought a jobber. Who the fuck cares? And then he talks about.
I've been waiting on this. Let me put out my Uncle Ruckus. Oh yeah.
He beat a jobber.
Oh yeah, nigga, you knew I was gonna get to this one. Oh yeah.
And then he says, Foley better bring you some competition or else. It's
Now, this is something that I've been waiting to talk about.
Do it.
Okay, WWE. Dear WWE, what is wrong with your writing? When you sit there and you write these storylines. Now, we've all seen the big guy, you know, destroying the little guy run, and he's showing his dominance. It's the dominance run. That's what they call it. The dominance. He's beating everybody that has a no name, or he's clearing out the roster and all of that colossal shit going on. You know, referencing towards maybe like your Goldberg. But Goldberg's was a different one. That was totally different because it had an actual theme to it. You know, who was fucking next? You know, that was totally different. You know, and then Ryback was kind of emulating it, but imitated it. But everything has its time. You know, we've seen Mason Ryan do this. We've seen Khali do this. We've seen Umaga do this. We've seen. I'm just gonna stop there with but this is my thing. Whenever you're doing the same storyline, and let me get my Bill Cosby for this one. Whenever you're doing the same storyline twice, and two people are having the pudding and the pudding in the mouth, then you see that Braun Strowman is doing this thing, and design this thing, and then Nia Jax, who was a woman, looks like a big man, and she's whipping people and asking the same questions that Braun Strowman is actually doing. Okay, why in the hell was Braun Strowman doing the same role as Nia Jax? Nia Jax. Each and every week. And look, check this out. There's always a woman interviewing the person who's about to get their ass kicked. Look with Braun Strowman. There's always a dude, Ryan Saxton, interviewing the person about to get their ass kicked. Oh, how do you feel right now? Why are you in the ring? You guys pay me to be in the ring? Why are you asking this question? What makes you think you can fight this guy? You think you can beat him? You do know I was booked to do this, right? Like, good luck. Like, what the fuck? And the women ask the same question. Oh, how do you feel right now? You feel like you're gonna get squashed. Like, what is up with the same storyline? Like, as fans, we were not gonna notice. Nia Jackson's doing the same thing as Braun Strowman. Hey, they're both on the same show. Like literally, they're not after each other. They're doing like Braun Strowman out there trash about a jobber, the next no Nia Jackson come out there and trash a jobber. Like,
They actually did. They had like back to back one Raw. They had Braun Strowman.
exactly. And I'm like, so what is like so? But now we made sense of it. We touched on it a little bit off air, but we kind of made sense of it. I said, you know what? This would be real good though. This would make sense because maybe they were going somewhere with this. Maybe they were. I'm in a perfect world. Maybe WWE knew they were doing this. So they said, hey, we're on to something here. Let's push Nia Jax and let's push Braun Strowman. I got an idea. Ha ha. Maybe they were gonna have somebody like like S.scoTT. I know what everybody thinks. Oh, hey, what you talking about S.scoTT for? He's fine. But what if like S.scoTT was to be, or some type of manager was come in and be like, and manage both of them, like having like a dominant female going for the women's division and a dominant male. And I can see that now. That could be the faction, the dominance, the domination, something like whatever the fuck like that. But now if WWE was if that is what WWE is trying to do, if that's what they're aiming towards, to have these two dominant people together, but she's taking power over in the women's division, and he's destroying the men division, and he's getting whatever title to be gathered. So I can see that. That would make perfect sense. But if at the end of the day, after Nia Jax turns or finally gets beat by somebody who's not quote unquote little or a jobber, and after the Braun Strowman gets buried by John Cena or Roman Reigns or who's gonna beat Braun Strowman? Let's see. I think it's gonna be Roman though, or Seth Rollins better not be. Nah, that better not happen. After Big Cass. But I can see Braun Strowman beating Big Cass though.
Yeah.
To kind of to get heat though, because Cass is like really loved. So in order for Braun to get some real heat, but I hope it don't go this route. Braun Strowman ends up getting confronted next week by Mark Henry. Then Mark Henry gets his ass whooped, and then you know who? Big Show pops up. Angry Giant, and I hope that ain't where they going with this. I hope not. But I fall back for a second. So it's just that the Braun Strowman and Nia Jax thing is just kind of hilarious to me. Like, or if this Goldberg thing is to be real, it looks to me like that would be the perfect. Now, or could that be why they was doing the Braun Strowman domination thing? Is to bring Goldberg in and have Goldberg, be that guy to,
that's a little of a reach right there, but
it would make sense though. I mean, but if WWE was able to reach that deal with Goldberg, because Goldberg has stressed it in several interviews before, previously from articles and also in live interviews and video interviews, which you've probably seen already. So if they were to reach that deal, quote unquote, per se, that Goldberg is talking about, I believe that would be the storyline they would go in for first. To him become not Barry, but he will come in and knock the new guy off his feet, and then the new guy will start beating the shit out of Goldberg backstage areas or something like that, building up him more heat and steam or whatever like that. And maybe that would be it. Maybe Braun Strowman will be their sacrificial lamb, for Goldberg's shine. I'm just saying, maybe that was the reason for this massive Braun Strowman jobber feuding frenzy. That's what I got to say about that.
Well, let's get into another part of Raw, which I like to call fucking with Titus O'Neil. Sami Zayn fought Titus O'Neil.
Oh, Lord.
And Sami Zayn cleanly beat Titus O'Neil. At one point, he was... I do like that stiff clothesline that Sami Zayn does. It's kind of cool. But he throws around Titus O'Neil like a piece of trash. I don't know whether I should be amazed or horrified or disgusted. Like, like there's no way Titus should even like Titus getting picked up and thrown like that, and then he loses to the hell of a kid from Sammy. What, Tishon? What? Try. Like, why are they doing this to Titus O'Neil? I know because he touched Vince McMahon, but why? What? Why? Like, just release the man.
Man, you're on with that one, bro. I ain't touching that shit with a 10-foot pole.
They just.
I mean, that's gonna be pretty much my response to that. Yeah, now because I don't want to dig into other wrestling companies and be like, hey, this is how you should, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it. I'm a factual person. When it comes to making facts and proving points and so forth, that's what I do. And I try my best to do that. And if I'm gonna talk about Titus, then I'm gonna go to TNA and I'm gonna talk about Moose. I'm gonna say, well, this is how you should book a guy like this. If you got a athletically, young or mid older black guy like that of a dominant stature, then maybe you might want to do this with him. Maybe you might want to do this. Maybe you want to be a little creative with him because Titus is a very threatening physical person. Why is Titus being utilized like he's being utilized? I have no fucking idea.
Why is he getting beat by Sami fucking Zayn? Like, I know a lot of people love Sami Zayn, but
are you talking about Andy from the little look like the Andy thing, Andy character off the little chips, like the cheddar fries and shit, Andy cheddar fries? That's what he looks like. But I don't. I mean, well, he's probably getting beat because maybe the fans like him. The fans do, maybe that's what it is, But they could be doing a lot better with Titus. But this is, I said I didn't want to touch this. This is WWE, and this is the WWE we've gotten used to. Some of us accept this shit, so they just. This is that's how WWE does it now. They got hella talent. They got hella they don't even need us. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this. WWE right now they don't need no people from TNA coming over. They don't need Matt Hardy. They don't need these fucking people. They don't need EC3. They don't need these people. They have this talent already on their roster. I'm gonna be quite honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
If they do have this talent there. Reasons why is because a lot of the folks that are getting over in TNA right now came from WWE or came from this and that place. But look at how they are excelling now. So they necessarily don't even, if you look at it, WWE doesn't need to be going out and getting indies and no, they actually have the talent there. R-Truth was a bona fide star. You see, all of a sudden when he took on the field with him and John Cena, man, R-Truth was fucking believable. That guy, he with the whooping John Morrison's ass situation, grabbing the cigarette, taking a smoke break, and drinking the water, like that shit was fucking phenomenal. Then him and Miz, and then all of a sudden he led into the feud with him and and John Cena. I actually believe that R-Truth had a chance of winning the title. I said, you know what? Well, I guess you'll be your first black champion, but it's a damn creative and interesting. I've never seen a champion like this, But of course, John Cena had to win. So it's just that they got talent, and they just don't know what the fuck to do with this talent. And Titus is a perfect example of somebody that should be hands down some fascist form of a champion. He hasn't even got the United States title yet, or there's a Continental. Am I wrong?
No, he's only won a tag team belt.
He's only one tag. So he hasn't even won a fucking Andre the Giant Battle Royal shit. So this is just I just don't understand it. I'm like, how? What is the meaning of this? How do you miss out? you make reference towards the Vince McMahon situation, but remember he was already fucking up. He was getting treated like this before the Vince McMahon situation. So let's not kid ourselves. So we can't make any excuses on Titus' situation because he was being fucked over in the beginning, or just being misused. Because I'm like, I don't understand. I see what Sammy's going through. You know, Sammy's getting jobbed out, or is to be part per se, but Sammy's not. It's kind of hard. If you look at WWE, has a hard time of just pushing the market. It's just not even really selling the merchandise area. And people barely react to them unless they do a little sing along thing, but they really just don't too much care for Sammy. I think we would hope. But
he's obviously the Mario Jannetty of the Kevin Steen and
exactly.
They try to push him, and like Sami Zayn, he's the underdog from the underground, and
but Mario Jannetty won titles.
Yeah.
So I mean, we don't. I don't think nobody really counts it. And other people say, "Well, we want the NXT title. He won it." That was a developmental championship title.
Yeah.
That's not.
I'm just gonna say this right here. It's funny you brought that up. Like I hate to bring up TNA during this, but let's be honest. This Raw, it was not good.
We're making points. So whenever we make reference to it, Ring of Honor, TNA, New Japan, I think we're making points.
I had said somebody on Twitter. I was like, Bobby Lashley is the most dominant champion in pro wrestling now, and he has good personality. I was like, name somebody better. They said Nakamura and AJ Styles. I just put my hand on my head because yes, Nakamura has a lot more personality than Lashley, but as far as being a dominant champion, plus he's a developmental champion, which doesn't count. But and then AJ, like how can you just in your mind, Tishon, how could you justify saying AJ Styles or Nakamura are a more dominant champion than Bobby Lashley?
Well, since you put it like you said dominant, then okay, you are. I think maybe I'm just giving some leeway on this one. Maybe he misunderstood what you're saying. Maybe he misunderstood the dominant part because there's no shape, fashion, or form in hell as he's saying that Nakamura is a dominant force or AJ Styles is a dominant force. Creative, skillful, exciting, entertaining champion. You know, or phenomenal, like AJ Styles, phenomenal champion. But I would never say AJ Styles is a dominant champion or a knockout, a brick house, knock everybody down, force them to be reckoned with. No, I've never seen that in this style. You know, Bobby's a monster. You know, he's a beast, and he literally he takes that mentality that he does in the MMA, beating folks up for real. He brings that to this aspect of it, and he really unleashes his character. I like the interview that I heard him do. You know, he talks about all this, and hands down, the guy is on top of his game. He came into a whole other realm, and nobody's on this level right now. You know, and needless to say, even Brock Lesnar is not on this level. And I say it because Brock Lesnar is not on Bob Lashley's level because Brock, his character has not even thought to do more than just
show up for like for pay-per-views, wrestle one time and leave. That's
okay. Who unified the titles?
Lashley.
No, who unified the World Heavyweight titles of WWE?
The Authority.
Okay. Well, who won the titles in unified?
I think Randy Orton won, didn't he? No, the whole unified. Who did do that shit? Was it Cena?
The unified belt?
I forgot who it was. Was it Cena? Was it Reigns? Was it?
It wasn't right. It wasn't Reigns unified.
Oh, it was. Was it Seth?
They gave him the brand new title when they put together The United States, well, that's what I said, United States. They put together the brand new logo design because they unified it from the World Heavyweight Championship title
The
and
Rock? No, it wasn't the Rock.
And they turned it into now the Rock presented that first form of it. He presented the first new form of the belt.
Uh-huh.
But they unified the belt and called it just recently they called it the World Heavyweight, the WWE World Heavyweight title. Remember they came with the name, and it was like a big thing. Like people like what are they gonna call it that? Is it the WWE World Heavyweight Championship? What was it the World Heavyweight WWE Championship? So, but yeah, you're right though. They went ahead and they unified the title, but it wasn't Rock that did it. It wasn't Rock that said, I'm going to go after the Intercontinental belt, I'm going to go after the United States belt, and I'm going to have the World Heavyweight title. You know, he's a conqueror. If you give this man a title for his name wise, and his slogan that he's the conqueror. Okay, he was the streak, he's the world title. Okay, there's other titles to take. You know, there's other things to conquer. Why does he say he's the conqueror? He's the conqueror. Okay, a conqueror conquers. So, but Bobby Lashley, he's the destroyer. He's the most dominant champion. He actually, in his character, he played it all the way out. This man went lunatic and said, you know what? I'm going to take this title. You know what? I'm going to take this thing in my title. And anything else is in my way. He even did a segment where he walked by the current Knockouts champion and eyeballed her title. Like, that was crazy. That was lunatic. Did you see that segment?
Yeah, that shit was, yeah, that was funny as hell. Like, he walked past Sienna and, like, she was like, don't even think about it.
It's the details that really pick it up. He just looked at her and he looked at this, who's name? And she was like, no, I didn't think about it. He just smiled. I said, oh, it took me a while to catch on to what was going on. I said, oh, she got gold. She has single gold. So he's looking for single gold. So that really played into his character. But when you call him Brock Lesnar a conqueror, well, he needs to continue to conquer. And if he's not conquering, then like I can see you can call him the part-timer. The part-time conqueror. You know, okay, now it explains everything. He's a part-time conqueror. Gotcha. But don't call him just a conqueror because he's when has Brock Lesnar ever held the Intercontinental belt?
Nope, he's always just held the world title or the main belt.
I think no.
He hasn't held like a mid card belt. He hasn't held a tag team belt. He's only held world titles. That's the only thing he's ever held in his whole career. Look at it on Wikipedia. Really? That's he hasn't won any other title.
I kind of refuse to believe that, but
you can't think of you gotta think about it. When was the last time, like when he came out, when did he win an Intercontinental title? Because you know they made a big deal about Intercontinental title run, U.S. title run, tag title run. He didn't even have a tag. I mean, he didn't even have no tag part.
I mean, with him and Big Show for a moment.
Yes. That might have. Yeah. But I don't think he's won like a single belt.
Okay. I'm sorry, folks. I'm just kind of I'm taking like that. He has it. Like, damn. Okay. Like, wow. All right. I didn't know that. Because it's like some people you overlook and you like, I know he got that. I know he's done it before. It's like that best friend that's cool as hell, and he be around some of the most finest ladies. He's like, I know he fucked. I know he getting pussy. You know, now until you find out he's a virgin. What the fuck? What? I was just afraid. I never got what? I got more action than you. You know, it's that situation that goes on. It's like that for me right now with Brock. Like, I didn't know that Brock never had other goals besides just like, wow, okay. You can't say Intercontinental mid card, but it's a prestigious title, So it has more lenient. It has more. It actually has more history than the Universal title, another title that Brock might go for. So it's I'm kind of taken. So wow.
Let's talk about Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens, and New Day. So
let's talk about how Chris Jericho has been carrying Raw for the past couple of weeks. Like
facts, B. Facts.
And yeah, dummy. But I got to give it up to Young Nasa for Rough Talk Media as well. I know he pisses a lot of people off, but he said something that I kind of ignored, but now I'm actually saying now is that because he was saying he was like, man, he told me this weekend, he was like, man, you don't see what Jericho is really he's the guy that's holding everything together. They need Jericho, and they need. I'm like, man, I think myself like, man, what the fuck are you doing? I need Jericho, man. I need him. But then again, he's right. I look at how everything that Jericho's doing. Jericho is really holding Raw together. He's not even reinventing himself. He's bringing himself back. He's bringing things back from his past, like the list. For those who don't know, Jericho, the list is for the hardcore fans, or us older fans. We know about the list, especially the thousands moves and from his feud with Dean Malenko, Man of 1,000 Holes, and Jericho. I'm the man of 1,000 of this. I'm like
1,004 holes.
Yeah, if he got mad about something, he had the list. So Jericho is familiar with. We're familiar with Jericho on the list, and he brings that back and plays in the prompt, the it thing, he's if you notice, he's a lot of emotions, drinking in and all he's
stupid idiot.
Yeah, stupid. All of these slams and slogans that he used, majority of them he did in the Attitude Era. I call the Attitude Era with the Nitro as well. So when I say Attitude, you say, well, Nitro. No, I collect all of them really their Attitude Era. Collect. But Jericho is really holding the Raws together. And who else to be able to cut a promo with New Day than Jericho and Kevin Owens? Because lately we've seen terrible promos. Needless to say, that's probably the only people that can really match up with New Day or keep any type of comedy promo segment or promo or segment with these guys. So Jericho is doing excellent, and just the backstage interaction with Jericho and the special guest host on the show.
Well, before we get into that, Kevin Owens tells Jericho, he tells Owens, look, we need to go for the world tag team title because we'll have both the titles or whatever. And Owens like, I can't do that, man. I got a lot of stuff. And Chris Jericho's like, well, it's not like I'm going for your title. And Owens like, yeah, let's go for the tag team title. New Day comes out. They call Kevin Owens fat. And that makes the match. And we can continue where you are.
Drink it in, man.
Hey, Xavier Woods killed Kevin Owens with that shit. Talking about, Kevin, when was the last time you jumped over anything?
Hey, yeah, I marked that too. I was like, yo, that was like, and Kevin I think he kind of forgot his role in his line because he wanted to put him back on the list. He wanted to put him on this, put them on this. He already on the list, put him again. That was fun. That was a good segment. I got to give it there. But
let's talk about the match also.
I wish it could have the match, which was of course it was entertaining. I mean, but I didn't really know what to make of it because you really want something to come out of this match. You really wanted maybe because you didn't know how to feel about it because you didn't really believe like, okay, well, I ain't really gonna let him get the title, or is it going to be the heel turn? Because you really, as a fan, you don't want to see a heel turn between Kevin Owens and Jericho right now because you expected it already, so you really don't want to see that right now. You're like, well, no, let them go get the titles. Well, no, New Day can take the titles, but then again, I would have liked the stipulation to where New Day actually asked, okay, well, if we win, one of us get shot at the worst time. We get universe title, and you guys win, you get this title, we get a shot or something like that. But the match was it was like I said, it was confusing because it was so much as a fan for me. It was so much that I wanted. I was like, I want this, I want that. But then again, I was like, do I really want to see these Blue Jays? But then again, you got all these other tag teams. And who would be better on matches? It was just so much. And then like, what did they leave Kevin Owens with the title? Do I really want to see them do the whole slip thing? Like, it's just so much. But just talking about the match is on point. Hands down. I mean, it's Chris Jericho, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, Big E, Kevin Owens. So, what did you expect? I mean, it was a frenzy of, especially the little detail, the interaction between Kevin Owens and Jericho. The caring about Jericho and all that. You okay? You okay? And Jericho falling out all over the damn place and shit like that. Like it was just, the match was very entertaining. For me, it was entertaining. But
Seth Rollins comes out, the scratch.
Man, but I was about to get to the perfect moment. Now that that was what Seth needed. That interview should have never fucking happened. That moment there. That was the okay. If you're a fan, mark out moment. Okay, Seth Rollins coming in there, mixing it up and getting into the fray. That was what we needed. As far as I hate to pay homage that attitude era, just running there, not giving no fucks. Coming in there celebrating no fucks given. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. And that made the whole situation for me because you see a New Day and Seth Rollins kind of mixing and mingling it up. It's kind of like, okay, well, we got the tweeners because let's get it correct. New Day is not really a face team.
No, not really.
They're really not a face team. They just do DX shit. DX was not really a face faction. They were a rebellious faction. They did what they wanted to do, and they would do heelish tactics. So they're not the good guys. But Seth, also being a tweener, being in the ring, with New Day mixing up, which you've never really seen them guys just interacted out like that. And, on some occasions, but not like that. It was entertaining. It was the perfect matchup.
I think next you had another cruiserweight match. Tony Nese versus Rich Swann. Yeah. And
how did you feel about describe what you got from this match?
Tony Nese is a powerhouse, and I got nothing on this match. It was good wrestling, but I honestly got nothing from the match.
I mean, I guess it was just a match, honestly. If we're trying to take something away from it, I guess it was just a match, but good athleticism.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they're planning on doing with this. Like questionable parts. You start to question this fucking Rich Homie?
Rich Swann. Rich
Homie Swan? You question, the WWE's motives. Okay, he's just a dancing lagoon, he's sucking his eye, like, okay, we've seen this.
To be fair, that's his character on the Indies too. So that's not them telling him to do that. He does that everywhere. He does that in PWG. He was doing
no. I wasn't picking it up. I'm saying they know who they picking up.
Oh,
they know what he's doing, so they know what they already had. And we got R-Truth. I guess R-Truth should probably be on his way out. It's like we have to. Xavier not doing it no more. But we get the shuck and jive. And he looks like the dude from Lucha Underground. He's like an in shape version of that guy. But what do you really think they're gonna do with him? Honestly, he doesn't fit the bill as far as the typical look of somebody that you don't want to see him on nobody's t-shirt.
Mm.
You know he's gonna scare half the goddamn kids because you like, what the fuck is on his head? You know, like, well, I'm just kind of curious, what are they gonna do with this guy? Like, I haven't. I probably gotta watch the promo. I haven't heard him cut a promo. I think I heard him cut some, but it wasn't really good. So there's nothing interesting about him. Nothing captured. His matches are okay, but it's about a dozen goddamn. He's not like Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, Cedric does stand out a little bit.
Cedric is fucking. They're phenomenal. So I just don't really catch with this with some Quan Swan dude. I don't get where they're going with this.
That's his name now, Rich Homie Swan.
Yeah. For the Adrian Neville look like, I'm just wondering when they're gonna put him and Adrian Neville in the tag team. He's done a genetic copy of Adrian Neville. Shit, without the ears.
They brought Enzo and Cass to fight breast cancer because Enzo and Cass, their characters, fight breast cancer. Look, I said this with you off air. This breast cancer Connor's kid shit is fucking stupid. Not the idea. I don't hate kids with chronic diseases.
Whoa.
I don't hate. I don't hate fighting breast cancer. In the WWE universe, you're telling me there's no heel that says, "Man, get this shit the fuck out my show. This is my show. I hate these breast cancer having ass bitches. I hate these ugly ass dying kids."
Well, hold on. Hell no, not in this era, not this day. No, you can do shit like that.
I understand, but I just wish they didn't even have to be that mean. They could just say, I don't get out of here. And then you got heels wearing the pink ribbons and the pink. Why? Like some heel they can just rebel and say, I'm not wearing this shit.
Basically, what you're referencing towards that you want that Zach Gowen situation. You want, for those of them, I think I'm going the right route with this. Is Zach Gowen was the guy with the amputated leg, and his dream was to, just have a little mix up with the wrestling a little bit, and that was when I think Brock Lesnar was kicking, just convincing to try to kick his ass, and Zach Gowen had at that moment in time they were pushing at people, it was like a little, it was kind of like a movement, for people were amputated, body parts, so forth. It was basically along the leeway of like breast cancer. It was like a movement and a foundation that was going on, and this intertwined with the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
But Brock Lesnar wasn't. He wasn't bullshitting. Brock Lesnar was vicious with Zach Gowen. I mean, did you see that match?
Yeah,
he was trying to kill that kid.
I know Zach Gowen still has nightmares about this shit.
Put him in a one-legged fucking. What submission was that?
He put him in the horse collar.
Yeah, I was like, God damn, and Hogan, who was that guy? I'm gonna say a name I don't know. It was this guy that came out with a blue mask, who's like Mr. America dude, but he was like that guy was the savior dude. But no, Hulk Hogan was kind of like the savior of this situation. But that's like I think that's where you're going with. You wish they were able to let some of the heels get some heat from this.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can get into the actual reason why they won't. For those that are educated listeners and comments of the show know about this, they know why WWE won't go that route because, of course, it's PG-13, and these are majority of people are actual sponsors and endorsement shareholders that are pushing these different agendas. So they're not gonna. It's not like that era of wrestling where they're gonna be like, hey, let's intertwine this. Let's do this. They're gonna pretty much be like, hey, we want you guys to push this, cut a promo for this, and that's it. Can we make a storyline out of it? No. Oh, okay. Well,
And can we talk about how low Enzo and Cass have fallen? Like I remember, like when they came in NXT, I'm like,
I won't say low. Well, how wasted they are. They're being wasted right now. I mean,
thank you,
you know,
okay, that's a better word. Okay,
yeah, they haven't. I mean, they're highly relevant. You know, because they can still come out next week and get a fucking pop. So they're not low. They're just being underutilized because their potential is they have high potential. You know, but it's like it's been honestly, I, it's kind of they're mirroring. Considering if they do go out of this without getting the titles, without getting tag titles, they would have been. I'm going there. They would have actually 100% I said 100% Is that even a word? Okay, but they've actually mirrored and managed to mirror and copy Crime Time. How dare you know? Because they're entertaining tag team. We're kind of that so-called thuggy vibe, but they're not getting like they get title shots, but they'll get to the title picture, but they don't win the title. But they're entertaining because Crime Time was entertaining. But somehow, and people are so amazed. They're like, but Crime Time never won the title. No, they never won the tag title. Never. Even when they were part of DX, they did not win the tag title. So I'm kind of wondering, could this be grounded? Enzo and Cash gonna go? Are they gonna, are they gonna, are they gonna like it fun?
speaking of
No?
tag teams that are underutilized, the Golden Truth fought the Club. Uh, the Club ends up winning this match with the Magic Killer on Goldust. No, on R-Truth. Goldust comes in to check on R-Truth. He gets a Magic Killer, and the Club leaves doing the too sweet to themselves with their hands in the air, but they don't say too sweet, and it's not sweet.
Well, I just wondering what this. Okay. I know this is off subject, but this is one thing I've never done with my homies.
What?
Even when the Wolfpack was at the most highest of the highest peak, but being black urban kids at this time, we just kind of thought suspect. We thought the Wolfpack side, but we never made our wolf's kiss. Never. Never. That was just so we like, like, no, my wolf's not kissing your wolf. It was sweet, was sad, but we never did the here, like what the fuck? Never, it didn't look right. I'm just wondering to anybody out there that's doing the too sweet, we don't make the. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't like the figure of my wolf like kissing your wolf. It doesn't sit well with me. I'm sorry. Now I know a lot of y'all have done it before. Probably just wilding out with your partners and shit.
I did it with the girl I fought with. But I was just
that was a girl. That was a girl. See, that was a girl.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, you can get sweet with her, but I'm not getting sweet with my homies. Like sweet? No, nigga, you would die. But going into yes, the golden barrier. I'm sorry, the golden casket. I'm sorry, no, the golden trash can. They that boat has sailed. They had a great little stepbrother, stepbrothers like storyline going. That would have been so. They were so like that was a good gimmick, a good underdog story that could have went for the title. I mean, but they just fell short. I mean, it didn't happen. I guess I felt that there was potential with the Golden Truth. I felt a lot of potential with them, but I mean, it looks like the Golden Truth or just WWE, man, put Golden Truth on SmackDown. I think that'd be better. But
You want to speak on the club,
now,
or the club isn't even worth the time?
yeah, now one thing that we're looking at right now, the Raw is having too many. You know, they're dealing with a crisis. Too many fucking tag teams. You know, maybe that's what it is. You know, and it's just so many tag teams that they don't know what the fuck to do with all of them. Like, okay, well, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And, you know, who's on job this week? Golden Truth. Okay, who's on job this week? Golden Truth. Who's on job this week? Golden. Like it's kind of just fucking. I don't know, it's a toss up with the tag team division. Gallows and Anderson. Gosh, you know, damn. Are they finally? It's like peaking the brain. When are they finally gonna conquer the world? Like, how many times are they gonna face New Day or crack New Day jokes? Now that's like their slogan now is not they're not cracking jokes no more, or they're against jokes, but they crack jokes, and they're not practicing no more.
What happened
Something
to
like
beating
that.
up John Cena every day? What happened to that?
I don't know. Like that confuses me with this. I mean, I've been got pissed off when WWE just pretty much turned them into this kind of laughable. We gotta gang up on John Cena. We gotta beat John Cena. Oh, we gotta struggle to fight John Cena when it's all of us type. They really like buried the whole ideal of Bullet Club light. You know, they just buried the whole ideal of seeing that faction as something to be something, but it's just I don't know what the fuck is Luke and Luke. No, I mean now when if Finn comes back, then I could they better pair them together, do something because something has to be done, you know, to make these guys useful because right now they're about as wasted as fucking WWE was. I mean Luke and Anderson, they could have stayed. Well, I mean, Gallows, they could have stayed where the fuck they was.
New Japan, yeah.
Yeah. Same as they could stay where the fuck they was because apparently they just got shit stories, just shit everywhere. That's all I got to say.
Sheamus and Cesaro fought two jobbers. Who the fuck cared? Well, okay, I will say this: that when Cesaro jumped on Sheamus's back and hit a flying DDT, that was pretty cool. But besides that, who the fuck cares? They beat bum ass jobbers.
Sheamus and Cesaro, we're constantly seeing this tag team. You know, two guys don't like each other tag thing situation going on continuously. You know, I guess this is something that it's a because I don't want to be the bitter, continue to be the bitter guy. Listen, but it's a lot to complain about. Just the lack of creativity with the writing. You know, that's what's going on. Lack of creativity with the writing and the direction. They need a director. I don't think they have a director. You know, you need to shoot it like it's a fucking movie because somebody needs to be directing this shit, and they're not doing a good job because the storyline, the picture, it's a legit one, but it's kind of hard when you look at the cast they're dealing with. Look at there's other tag teams. So how do you not make other tag teams irrelevant or make them look beneath this team? I mean, Cesaro and Sheamus have something. You know, they have that. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna ally the Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels tag team storyline because that was one of a kind. You know, the closest team I seen I kind of idolized Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels tag team run was when Stone. No, because if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, go back to Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels tag team champions. When Stone Cold didn't care, give a shit about Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels didn't give a shit about Stone Cold, but I remember. Then every goddamn match, Shawn Michaels still be in the ring and they'll be beating Shawn Michaels. Stone Cold's like, oh, fuck him. I'm gone. I got my bill. But it was one night, I guess Bret Hart and them really pissed Stone Cold off. Shawn Michaels getting his ass with by the Hart Foundation. And Stone Cold lit the rim and just thought about it and said, "Fuck it," and ran in the ring, and you finally, it was a big payoff. You finally saw Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold side by side fighting the Hart Foundation. It was fucking brilliant with the tag team titles. So the closest I ever seen happen to that was like the Wii Championship thing going on with TNA. It was Matt Morgan and Supermax. That was the funniest shit. We talk about it all the time. The funniest shit ever. When Matt Morgan gets the turn and him and Supermax end up kind of not working out, and he turned into the Wii champion, where it was he was tagging himself in people. Who? What the? That was the funniest thing. This dude tagged himself in.
Hot tags too.
No. I know what some of you are thinking. Well, you can tag. You can tap your partner on the back. No, Superman would not be out there. Hernandez would not be out there. But this idiot, Matt Morgan, he'd be whooping, he'd be fighting fucking beer money. So he beat up James Storm, and all of a sudden he goes over to the turnbuckle. Nobody's there. He'd go outside the damn turnbuckle, tag himself, and get back in the ring like he's a fresh man. It was the funniest shit ever. I said, this shit is wild. So that was considering he was a tag. Him and Hernandez were really the tag team champions, and them not getting along. That shit was fucking epic. So, but my all-time favorite dysfunctional tag team is Stone Cold Shawn Michaels. My third is Daniel Bryan and Kane. But nobody. The second, it has to be Hernandez and Matt Morgan. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out all of these tag team, misfit tag team, or dysfunctional tag team per se. Watch Stone Cold Shawn Michaels. Watch Matt Morgan and Hernandez. That was some funny shit. The weed shit was just fucking. When you see what he's doing, you're like, he's an asshole. It was the dumbest shit ever because he really walked around with both belts. We're the champion. Like, who is it? Like the Wii World Tag Team Champion. What the fuck is that? Like it was crazy. Look, you would think if you were not a watcher or regular viewer of TNA, you would thought he was like a double champion, but he was not. He was really one half of tag team championship. Him and Hernandez didn't get along, and so he beat Attack Hernandez and he carried on the titles, which was the funniest shit. But Daniel Bryan and Kane is the next on my top list is like dysfunctional tag team. It was like the whole Hell No situation, Team Hell No. That was some funny shit. And it was an excellent marking as far as name wise. I was shocked that WWE went along with Hell No. That was a part of the game. Like, wow, y'all really know that happened. Hell no. In the PG era too. So that's my picks. But as far as Sam Sheamus and Cesaro going, it has good possibilities. I believe maybe it's too early. But then again, they didn't know what else. They didn't know what else to do with these guys. So, it's like this, American. Who do you want to see Cesaro and Sheamus go over them? You really don't want them to go over the New Day.
That'd be disgusting. Not unless they build it out for a little bit and have them get on the same page.
You really don't want them to go over on his own Cash.
Ooh.
So who do you want them to go over on?
The Club, but that's just like weak.
So basically, the Club had to win the tag title. Mm-hmm. So, but then again, that means you're gonna have the Club job out again.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a tricky situation. Like I can feel the pain of the writers right now. The writers in WWE Raw are just fucking in pain. Like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Like, we can't keep jobbing out Goldust and R-Truth. They can't keep losing to everybody. So that's the killer thing, though. The whole job. The whole tag team division really is like it's just and it's just you don't know where they're going with this. You really don't. So.
Well, let's talk about the main event because my eyes are getting heavy talking about WWE and blah blah blah. Charlotte defended her title against Sasha Banks in the main event. Um, and Sasha ends up winning the match with she counters she hits the bank statement. Charlotte counters that into a pin, and then Sasha counters that into a bank statement, and Charlotte taps out. I'm gonna say this right here: Charlotte is not one of the greatest women, the greatest wrestler of all time, but she's damn near close. She put on a hell of a show in this match. I was really surprised when Sasha won. Like I was thinking, like she's the Charlotte's the woman. Like there's no way they would give Sasha that.
I have to take it all in because I have been on the Charlotte campaign for a minute. I've been saying that Charlotte. Well, this is what made me a major believer.
Okay.
When she pulled that magnificent, I talked about it a lot in West Talk Meeting, when she pulled that magnificent promo segment with her father, that heartfelt, like it's been I won't say a while, but it's been a while as far as Raw. When I watched WWE, when I got kind of emotionally invested, I could feel that what I'm trying to say is there's only certain rare moments where you can feel the emotion, to feel that it was real. That was some real shit in there talking that she was doing against her father. Like that, it struck home with me. Like damn, like you could feel it. Like she was really breaking down. That shit was really hurting her. Because there's a lot of things that their family, and shit she was saying was cutting, and you could see it was eating Rick alive too. This was when like, damn man, this is when you really sell your family, and they really sold their fucking soul to the company because you could tell that they were actually giving WWE some personal shit, and Charlotte went in on it with her family, with her father, and her promos have picked up greatly, tremendous. Like she's excellent now, in my opinion, as far as woman wise. Because a lot of women, I say woman wise because we've not really seen a lot of entertaining women on the mic. Trish was probably one of the closest good ones. Mickey James was straight, but it hasn't been a lot of really good. The best woman, female WWE that we've had on the mic is bar none to be Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah.
She was just excellent when it came on with mic skills. Like she was the one I could see on the mic holding her own with The Rock. Not saying that she was just swift enough, but she knew what to say. She knew how to play her role, her character, and she wouldn't let somebody that's such a god-like level of mic skills like The Rock just throw her off course. She knew how to stay in character and stay her course. So that's Vicky Guerrero, hands down on the mic skills. But and I remember. Okay, but going back towards Charlotte in this match, and consider she's my handpicked. Me saying that she's one of the, as far as this era, and I pay very cautiously and a lot of attention to what you're saying. As far as this era, she is the best. She's the top. Yeah. Like as far as on the big stage, TNA and all of the company that's on the map, she's it. Charlotte is the lady. I mean, I know people say, well, Gail Kim ain't on no fucking mic like Charlotte, because then Charlotte is a better wrestler than Gail Kim.
I'll admit that. I will admit that shit. Yeah, I will. But
Charlotte, I say it like this now. Gail Kim is. I know what you're gonna say. Charlotte Gail Kim is not a. So I'm not saying like Gail Kim just sucks. No, like she sucks in the ring. No, Charlotte is fucking athletic. She's way more athletic than Gail Kim. And the girl has some grit to her. And submissions. She's on. I mean, I know Gail is on submissions, but Charlotte, her charisma pours out into her maneuvers. And that's something that I don't get from Miguel. I don't get the charisma coming out. I don't get all that.
Look, I'm saying this right here. I hate. I always bring it up. I'm a huge Oscar fan. Oscar's gonna dominate Sasha as far as in the ring, but when it comes to the mic, that's where it might get a little bit hairy.
That's what I say all around.
Yeah.
Charlotte is pound for pound, undisputedly, she is the best women's wrestler in an entertainer in a long time. I want to say you got Trish, you got all of them, but I'm talking about far as this era, she's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You had people like China who brought. I mean, I was very pissed off that Sasha Banks. I'm speaking Sasha now. She didn't when she mentioned that all the greats before her, the women that revolutionized. How the fuck? How do you dare not mention China? China is the one who put it on the map. Who really helped us take women as bonehead men made them take women seriously. China was China, Jazz, Miss Jackie,
Mm.
Jacqueline. Did What nobody was talking about no Miss Texas. You knew what when you said Miss Texas. Oh, you knew who that was, and you knew that. What nobody for the whoop. No, Jackie would get no. She got no remark. She'll fight a man quick, and whoop some ass. Jazz was a smash mouth woman that changed the game. Like she literally would you felt like she was gonna knock your brain silly. And China would break your arm, you know. So but China revolutionized China took it to a whole nother level. China is the women's revolution. I don't give a fuck what no shit try what they try to say and rest RFP rest of heaven to China. That woman, I remember growing up in that era and seeing what she did. She took it to a whole other level.
First,
She was
first
the
and only woman to hold the IC title.
prime example. That's why I was highly
I was thinking about actually,
I
like,
say this.
is there any
I,
woman like now that you could see challenging for the IC title in WWE besides Oscar? Like, I had to be such an Oscar mark, but I've
I
seen Oscar
remember
wrestle.
they was kind of added like Beth Phoenix was going to do it or Awesome Kong or Carmen at the time. You
Hmm.
know, I understand those, but China was the like as you said it was she was the legit turn of everything because she embodied everything. She embodied the sexist portion of it where you thought like okay, she's some fantasy. And then again, she was a smash mouth, and she was you actually got to see her grow in the ring because she wasn't really technical on it, but then again you started seeing her grow in her matches with others such as Lita and all and others. You got to see her actually grow in the ring with these people and pull off good matches. I was like, wow, okay, she's really getting in there. She's really doing that. You got to say, why with China? China is when people talk about women's when Stephanie, I'm sorry, when Stephanie mentioned women's revolution, I found it again offensive. You don't mention China.
Mm.
She was the women's revolution. That was I kid you not. Far as we can say it as a century. Far as ever in women's history of wrestling, who made the biggest impact? Who revolutionized women's wrestling? China, hands down. She's not overrated. She revolutionized it because women's wrestling was not really. You didn't see it equal at all. We may have flourished down from it again, but when China was around, shit,
You
we
had
took
your
her
eyes
serious.
glued to the screen. You like, well, what's gonna happen in this match?
Exactly. China is that. So I find it highly offensive when others say what they say. And I believe Gail mentioned China in her acceptance speech. Did she not? I think she.
I forgot. But what were
It,
your thoughts
it,
on Sasha versus Charlotte?
um, well, one thing about it always, Sasha and Charlotte are going to have, from NXT all the way to now, they're going to always have point blank period. This is the most dull of all dulls. They're gonna have great matches. Just, I'm sorry. And I've been like I said this a while back on the Rest Talk Media group. I said, oh, because this is before they actually had the match. I said, oh, trust me, every match that Charlotte and Sasha and Charlotte gonna have, that's gonna be them their a classic. And I've been right, because they they have chemistry, and there's certain people you can get in the ring with and have chemistry, and it just be the shit. Eddie Guerrero and Benoit, pure chemistry. Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle, pure magical chemistry. Need I say more? Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle, pure chemistry in the ring. Where it's like, damn, you just want to, man, wow, you're taken by what's going on. Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, pure chemistry.
AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels.
Christopher Daniels, Kazarian, pure chemistry.
Still to this day, still to this day, they had chemistry.
Yes.
As a tag team.
And for those who don't know, we're talking about chemistry. We're talking about in-ring psychology that's on point. And I go on a limb and say John Cena and Randy Orton, when they in the ring and when they're going at it, you guarantee you're gonna be kind of swayed like, okay, what's going on? Because Randy Orton knows John Cena so well. John Cena knows Randy Orton. Even though John Cena, he always a tad bit slower on some things, but still, Randy Orton brings out the best. Shawn Michaels, Undertaker. I mean, these are people that's on like HP of 100 when it comes to chemistry with in-ring psychology, the balance of the moves, the movability. That's what I think it's consideration of this chemistry, where that this is going to be a good match. So I say all of that to get to the point, because I'm always going to take you around the world when I'm giving explanations to people that listen, is that to give you the understanding of where I'm going with what I'm saying, is that Sasha and Charlotte, I already knew it was going to be a great match. Tonight was, and I wasn't shocked when she cut the corkscrew off the top turnbuckle, onto the floor. We've seen it already. We've seen her do that before, but these women are, especially Charlotte. She's a fucking risk taker. She's a perfectionist. She's a gymnast. She's gonna cut heads, and they've already been cutting the rug some everywhere already. They've already been doing tearing up ballrooms together. So these women are it. You know what I'm saying? And this match was I can't say anything about the match because it was the usual, and usual for me with these two are not bad. It's like asking me, well, how was the Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart match? I'm gonna be like, yeah, because this was what it's supposed to be. They always have good matches. I've never seen a boring match with these guys. Like, what am I supposed to say? So, yes, actually, goddamn match, or Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I may not like Sami Zayn, but Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn together, they're gonna have a damn good match. So that's just like tonight. There's so many moves and so much to put into consideration, but I just wish it didn't end with submission.
Because submission is pretty much just like saying she lost, like she really did lose in that way. Well, I'm so sleepy. I'm saying it wrong, but it's a definitive win for Sasha. No, she can't come back from that.
I'm gonna close it out by saying this. Mm-hmm. The only thing that can really make me mark out more for Sasha Banks and what I wish, and this is where I take a shot at WWE. Yeah, I knew it was coming. Mm-hmm. It's time to take or push the envelope with these women. I want to see, when they're fighting, I want to see Sasha and Charlotte in the crowd going at it, jacking. I want to see her throw her ass on the goddamn table. Take a page out of the knockouts. I thought, I thought that, well, the reason why women don't do this is because women are not capable of doing this. I was that bonehead male that was saying that. But when I watched the knockouts and see what Terrence Terrell, Gail Kim and that was doing, and Mickey James was doing, I'm about to say bitches, these motherfuckers, they was on ladders, they were going through tables. Did anybody see just recently Rebby get put through a fucking table
Oh man, by Rosemary with that
by
side effect.
Rosemary?
That shit was.
Shit. Shit. I was like, whoa. And that wasn't, that motherfucker didn't break. Whenever table they ended up breaking, this like, the table's real. Okay, that was pretty real. So I want to see, I know what Sasha and Charlotte can do. I need to see them push the envelope. Hell, make some fake blood or something like that. Show us more passion because that match is already good. We know it's gonna be a good match, but we need to see that beyond match. Like I said, give us some them in the crowd because I don't remember women falling in the crowd.
I don't think that's happened.
WWE doesn't. I say push the envelope. WWE, let these women go in and let them jack.
Put them in Hell in the Cell because
I was just about to say that. Put them in a cage match because we've never seen WWE's never had a women's cage match. TNA done it. I mean, like TNA has done too much. So that's why I really can't shit on them for a lot. I don't like the knockout division now, but I really can't shit on them that much because they already pushed the envelope. But WWE has to go ahead and take risks, especially with these two talented. It ain't just them, but these talented, gifted women here because that's money right there. That's money already with these two. So I just want to see some more passion and take a risk. But as far as a main event, we already seen another. We've seen women main event. But probably WWE it's not a very likely source. But we've seen WWE do it. TNA do it already. Where let women main event the actual match, but the main event for TNA was fucking a cage match.
Mm-hmm.
that was fucking phenomenal. So, but having women main event the card it's always a good sign because especially with Charlotte and Sasha. So I was very pleased with the main event. It was a safe main event because I think it was a safe situation because they knew Raw was gonna be a little flat, so they saved it with that one, especially with an excellent match like that. So, great match.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it too.
So does this conclude Wrestle Talk Media?
Yeah, because I don't want to fall out on the webcam.
Well, yeah. In the meantime, between time, folks, you can also catch up with Wrestle Talk Media. Instagram, I y'all about to tell everybody we were wrong and everything else. Wrestle Talk Media, Facebook. You can type in Wrestle Talk Media, Facebook like page, the group, and also you can Wrestle Talk Media Instagram. That's now a Wrestle Talk Media Instagram. We had start posting some rare footage of the Raw scene where you seen the Shield reunion, which has got like over 1,000 some odd hits on it. It's crazy. Everybody's like shit went crazy when we revealed the Shield reunion. But yes, Instagram is live with Rest Talk Media on it as well. So for everybody that tuning in, I thank everybody for tuning in. And I give my shout out to everybody that's Rest Talk Media. It's the Classic, Andre Gaville, good friend Elijah Burke, Pope, PW Hustle, and American You Take It Home.
This video will be shown here and on Russell Talk Media, Good in the Nation Entertainment. Just got to upload it. Links to the Facebook group, to Sean's Twitter, Facebook, and you already know who I am because you clicked on the channel, got on the internet, so I don't have to put that anywhere. I think that's pretty much it. We look forward to, I would say a SmackDown review tomorrow, but I got Bible study and I have to, by the time I get here, it'll be 9 o'clock, so that's crazy. And I guess we can look forward to Impact. That's
All right.
All right. We'll catch you guys later. Peace out.